Sanity. The ability to think and behave in a normal and rational manner. Sound mental health. It all started on March 21, 2020, my birthday. A week after the start of the pandemic. I was alone at home, alone with my thoughts. I was overweight, overworked, and I was developing symptoms. Symptoms of a virus that was unknown, limited test kits in a world of cases dropping like flies without a treatment to save them. I had a hard time breathing and had developed a cough that would not go away. Alone, I walked in a COVID-19 emergency room. I saw frontliners frantically trying to resuscitate as many people as they could. The sound of alarm followed by code red in room X is still ringing in my ear, happening every minute, and a morose smell of death in the air. After 9 hours in the emergency room, I was told that my symptoms were mild, fortunately, and that there were no available test kits for me. I was sent home and asked to quarantine for 2 weeks. This was before, of course, the test kits were available to everyone. Alone with my thoughts, an idle mind is the devil's playground. I fell into a dark place in my life. You see, I was diagnosed a few years back with mild depression, social anxiety, and severe case of ADHD. This situation aggravated my mental disorders, turning them into dangerous demons. They took over my waking moments. I ate my feelings away and made terrible, terrible decisions detrimental to my physical and spiritual health. According to a report posted by The Lancet 2020, as you can see right here, 18% of people developed a mental health issue within 3 months of their diagnosis. In the Philippines, the National Library of Medicine created a similar study with 1,879 participants, and this reported 25% of respondents experiencing moderate to severe anxiety, and around 15% reporting moderate to severe depression and psychological impact after attaining COVID. High anxiety and ADHD increases circulating cortisol, which has health effects including diminished immunity, which may play a role in acquiring the disease. This is from SALTS 2020. So I have included a chart from an academic journal from the Lancet 2020, which is right here, the bidirectional associations between COVID-19 and psychiatric disorder. So all of this could have contributed to why I might have been more prone to infection. Fortunately for me, I had my morning therapy sessions and music therapy. I'm a radio DJ, so my wonderful radio co-hosts on the Morning Rush on RX 93.1 and the music we played, top 40s from artists experiencing everything I was feeling. This helped me cope with my struggles in my darkest of times. Sometimes I look back and imagine where I would have been if they were not there to help raise me from my figurative death. So now, I would like to tell the story of how I finally took up my sword and fought the monster that is mental illness. So I first discovered that I had peculiarities with my mental health after seeking professional help from a licensed psychiatrist due to microaggressions and memory retention problems. I was informed that these were more likely due to my anxiety and ADHD. I was also experiencing very dark thoughts, which could have resulted in serious implications relating to mental health. My depression contributed to these thoughts, I was told. I was fortunate because I had a grasp of my triggers. Before the onset of the pandemic, I knew basically what was going through my mind because of my meetings with my psychiatrist. This helped alleviate the impact the pandemic brought to my mental health. There is healing in self-awareness. I repeat, there is healing in self-awareness. Once we understand ourselves, we know more about ourselves, then we grow as people. It was also important for me to constantly reflect on my mental health struggles to prevent things from escalating. I will now share with you some of the self-care strategies I developed for myself. This is what I've experienced, so maybe it'll work for you, or maybe you can find something else that could work for you as well. I narrowed them down to rejuvenating mind, body, and soul. So I found a personal trainer, again, to help me boost my immune system and to get me back into shape. This was all done online, and I remember using water bottles and backpacks. I would literally do my weights with my backpacks and water bottles. I worked out daily and felt my physical health like constantly improving as I went along, and I felt healthier. I also felt my mood change significantly. In fact, Deborah Fulgham-Bruce states that when you exercise, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. These endorphins interact with the receptors in your brain that reduce your perception of pain. Endorphins also trigger a positive feeling in your body. It's like a nice fuzzy feeling. I love it when I work out because I just stop overthinking and my body goes into like an autopilot, and I am happier and in a better place. My next step was rejuvenating my spiritual health. Again, everyone has their own concept of spirituality. And part of my journey, I would like to share with you, involved a Japanese energy healing treatment called Reiki therapy. It taught me the art of daily meditation, where I practice gratitude and goal visualization. So every morning I meditate and think of what I am grateful for. Again, everyone has their own methods of getting to know themselves. We continuously grow and learn more about ourselves on a daily basis, whether it be prayer, therapy, meditation, or merely a conversation with a dear friend or family member. We learn to love ourselves, not just for all the good traits. You know, a lot of people think that loving yourself means you're full of yourself. But when you love yourself, genuinely love yourself, you love yourself for everything that is good and everything that isn't so good. And you learn to love those traits and learn to grow from them. But understand, forgive, or grow from your bad traits, as I said a while ago. A wise drag queen once said, if you don't love yourself, how the heck are you going to love somebody else? RuPaul. My mental health roadblock was a step in the right direction to work towards a sound mind, body, and soul. Much like an exorcist, I felt it was necessary for my growth to say the names of my mental health demons out loud and acknowledge them for what they were. Turn my weaknesses into strengths by understanding them for what they were. On the anniversary of my meltdown, my birthday, March 21, 2021, the start of a wave of our second quarantine in the Philippines, I decided to take control of my narrative, tell my story, and help raise awareness for mental health in the Philippines. I started by speaking to a psychiatrist friend who is closely associated with the Psychiatric Association of the Philippines. His name is Doc Ed Tolentino. I was assured that I was not alone in my struggles. In fact, serious impacts resulting from mental illness rose in the Philippines by 25.7% in the year 2020 alone compared to the previous year. This is from Rappler. To say I was alarmed at the statistics is an understatement. Whether it be due to job retrenchment, illness, or a breakup, or death of a loved one, or something that happened in your life because of acquiring the disease, more and more people were suffering. I decided to take a stand and create a project that would raise awareness on the rising mental health struggles in the Philippines. The project started with a tasteful fashion editorial birthday photo shoot. You know, I was feeling my oats. Aptly titled, #AdamInParadise. This was created to really share with my following that I was able to improve my physical health even during a global pandemic, as you can see. I was able to pick myself out of my unhealthy lifestyle. This was also created to draw people into the cause. It brought about the idea of body positivity and being comfortable in the skin that we are in. And here is a couple of edited photos from the #AdamInParadise photo shoot. Thank you very much to G. Plamenco for these shots. The next step was food for my spiritual health. I wrote, produced, and conceptualized a song called Sanity, aptly titled Sanity, with my best friend. She suffers from bipolar disorder and was keen in helping me create this project. A very strong and independent woman who has taken control of her narrative as well and continues to brave this wonderful journey called life. This song is our love letter to everyone suffering in solitude. Along with their thoughts during the pandemic, we want you to know that you are loved. Again, we want you to know that you are loved. So I would like to share it with all of you, along with its poignant music video, to affirm to everyone that needs to hear hashtag it is okay not to be okay. Hope you enjoy this. You ensnare my fantasies, make them intertwine with all the memories our souls collide. A moment in our dreams, we share a path untold, a hopeless energy. Don't make me hold on to anyone else. Stay true, don't hold on to all of your insecurities, and find what was meant to be yours all along. Give me sanity, I need my sanity. Time to live in harmony. Give me back my sanity. Give me back my sanity, guys. We're better far away from toxic folk. Open up a hideaway, a place for us to make wonderful symphonies in a glorious mind. Me ensnaring fantasies, don't make me hold on to anyone else. Stay true, don't hold on to all of your insecurities, and find what was meant to be yours all along. Give me sanity, I need my sanity. Time to live in harmony. Give me back my sanity. Give me back my sanity. I need my sanity. Time to live in harmony. Give me back my sanity. Oh, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, baby. Oh, my. I gave me back my sanity. As you can all see, I ended the song with the lyrics, I gave me back my sanity. The last article of clothing that I removed in the video was my mask. This is not to represent the literal removal of my mask for health concerns, but more the figurative removal of the mask that keeps me from sharing my struggles. I have realized that talking about my insecurities and fears about everything that I've been feeling have helped me to let go of my demons and turn them into angels. Religious jargon aside, the Philippines, being a very religious country, has pushed people to keep mum about their mental health struggles. Samahan ng Progresibong Kabataan 2020 states that the calling for religious leaders to mainly address the Mental Health Act issue is downright insulting to mental health professionals in the country. Mental health stigmas sometimes stem from religious ideologies. It is believed by some religious followers that those who suffer from serious impacts resulting from mental illness will go to hell. Spark 2020 states that in order for the deaths to stop, we need action. We need free mass testing. We need social programs, unemployment insurance, increased subsidies for the poor. We need accessible programs to help those with mental illness. We need hope. In the video that I presented a while ago, I incorporated my hashtag Adam in Paradise photo shoot to narrate how I share my struggles with my friends and followers online. So whenever I'm feeling a certain mental health struggle, I will post this hashtag along with a photo or along with a message that I want to basically share with everyone. So I use a different hashtag for each of my mental health struggles. If I am feeling that I'm about to have an anxiety attack, where I start to overthink and curl up in a ball and all sorts of thoughts in my head, I use the hashtag Unmask Your Fears. If I am feeling that I'm about to be overwhelmed by my tasks at hand, when I lose focus and lash out because of my ADHD and I'm lost in my own little world, I use the hashtag Unmask Your Confusion. Finally, if I am feeling that I'm about to fall back into a black hole of dark thoughts, when depression kicks in and I'm alone with my demons, I use the hashtag Unmask Your Loneliness. If this TEDx talk helped at least one person, I have done my job. It is one person saved. To those wondering about a free mental health consultation, I provided a list. You'll see it in a little bit, of numbers and organizations that you may contact if you're suffering alone. And it's anonymous and safe. You're able to speak to someone because you need to be able to talk about what's happening in your life. Once you get it out of your system, I'm telling you, it'll save our lives. Remember, you are not suffering alone. Hashtag unmask your loneliness. Hashtag unmask your confusion. Hashtag unmask your fears. These are but hashtags that represent my life. Develop your own hashtags. Let's continue to raise awareness for mental health and maybe save a life. This has been Markki Stroem. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.